Hi, this is Lara from astrolada.com with your October 2019 videos, and I have great news for you. The astrological cosmic weather will be sunny. It will be like a breath of fresh air. All the planets are moving forward, which means that we can move ahead with our lives and goals and plans. We'll be very productive as well. We'll be very initiative because the Libra season is season of action. And because there are no retrograde planets this month, it means that things go according to our expectations. We don't get frustrated because of delays, because of obstacles. We don't have to think of plan B and C. So move ahead with confidence and positivity. The star will support you. And even some of you might have difficult personal transits because everyone has a horoscope that no one else in the world has. And you can check what your personal transits will be like from my birth chart, from my birth transit calendar, basically, which is for free. And here you can see how it looks from astrolada.com, and you can see all those transits are specifically for me. No one else in the world has them at the same time with me. And if you happen to see a difficult transit, here they have explanations, for example, like this one, and it's more complex, it's more difficult. Still don't worry, because overall, the astrological weather that I'm talking about in those videos will be so positive that it will basically, the outer circumstances will support you, will help you overcome whatever difficulty it is in your personal horoscope. And this is a season of love and relationships as well in October. It will be very much focused on relationships, on others, on bonding with others, because this is Libra season after all. And because of that, me and Natalia are making a webinar, two-part webinar in 2 days on love and sex. Natalia will focus on the practical side, on how to bond sexually with the different signs. I will focus on the love aspect of it. It's for beginners or advanced people. I'll give you my deep insights. What does each sign want? What does each sign love? How to be loved? The love languages of the different signs and the positions that show those love languages. So do join us towards the end of October sometime. And also, there's still open places for Bali with me and Natalia. Very, very boutique retreat. Now it's open also for men. It's webinar to focus on giving birth to your goddess, inner goddess, and God or inner God. And I'll work specifically with each person on their personal horoscope, and Natalia will work individually with each person and each woman or man on their issues. So that's very tailor-made. All right, so let's dig into the October horoscopes. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, October 2019. Scorpio, this month, I think will be a month of taking it easier because your planet Mars is still invisible. Because when a planet that rules you, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, is invisible, and it's been for the last 2-3 months, you don't have still the drive or the ability to manifest properly things with your own willpower. You're kind of under the influence of stronger forces, because when Mars is invisible, which is your planet, it means it's too close to the sun. The sun is God, or some authority figure, or some higher power, and when you're that close to God or the king, I mean, when your planet is, it kind of sits still and listens what the king has to do. So you're kind of still preparing for November, when you really become powerful. Scorpio's November will be your month, not because the sun is in Scorpio, but because Mars becomes visible. It will be the birth of Scorpios, like a rebirth, personal mini rebirth for you. But till then, it's almost you're in a preparatory stage still. You can research, for example, a good time to research, to get ready mentally, to prepare, because the sun and Mars, the two planets of activity and where you can be active, are in the 12th house. The 12th house is either rest, so you can basically actively pursue a holiday somewhere. That can be good. Some of you might have an opportunity to do something more active in a foreign country. You can be more successful as well with your actions if you're dealing with a faraway country of some sort. For example, if you're doing some business with a faraway country, or studying far away somewhere, and you can notice yourself that you can be more successful this month. But otherwise, the 12th house is the house of rest, of preparing, researching something in depth, preparing something behind the scenes. So this is where you're putting a lot of your energy in your private world. So in the private world, either to deep psychologically to investigate yourself, the past lifetimes, or to psychologically to focus, to understand and what is needs to leave and what needs to stay. And then when November comes, this opportunity for new rebirth, wow, you will be so strong, Scorpios. I'm telling you, if you're feeling a bit weakened this month, if you're feeling a bit less motivated, it's because the 2 planets of action in your 12th house, which is a house of rest. What you can notice is that you're restless in your sleep as well. You're more tired basically this month, because the Sun and Mars, 2 active planets, disrupt the sleep patterns in the 12th. You can notice you're dreaming angry dreams. So you're dreaming dreams that, 12th house is the house of dreams, the subconscious. Things that about confrontation and conflict, or how you're exerting your willpower. You can notice that you're trying to run in your dream, or you're angry, you're fighting with someone, or you're reliving some problem that frustrated you in the past. And by the way, don't think that's wasted energy, because in our dream life, in our sleep, we actually do a lot of work, especially when we dream more kind of like nightmares or scary or aggressive dreams. We transmute our aggression. We basically release our aggression subconsciously from past life, of early life experiences that we could not process psychologically while we were, because of something. So we are doing that work in our sleep life. So it's almost like your guides and invisible angels or your subconscious are doing the hard work for you. Another thing this Mars and Sun can manifest for you is you can be very active, I said, either abroad or in some kind of an enclosed environment. You can get a lot of done behind the scenes. For example, people that are artists, that work in an art studio, people that close themselves to write music, or people that have to spend time alone and isolate because they need to do something, like might be anything, whatever career it is that uses the imagination. This is where you can be extremely proactive. Or in some fantasy world of yourself. Some of you who are inclined to playing computer games, you would probably be spending a lot of time doing that in closed doors, and putting a lot of your energy in some imaginary world of yourself, like whatever, killing zombies or in some other way. And that's also a way to release aggression. So another thing is that the 12th house is the house of hospitals, prisons, islands, isolated places, laboratories. Some of you can be doing a lot of work and have a breakthrough, because the Sun and Mars use willpower, and they can make a breakthrough in some research behind hidden doors. Some of you, if you work in a prison or hospital as a doctor or whatever, or in sanctuaries, in spas, places that are like a retreat, like a world of their own, laboratories, you can be very active. This would be an active month. There can be some tensions there in such environments, even some stressful situations, but they're asking you to be proactive, to take the lead in such situations. Also, the 12th house is the house of charity. So that, what can mean is that a lot of you Scorpios might feel to exert most of the actions because they feel compassion towards someone. These are more evolved people, Scorpios, that will do it. A lot of your actions will be motivated because you have to give back to someone karmically, because it's a karmic house. So it's maybe someone did good to you in the past, and now you're helping them, and don't expect that this will be returned back to you. The energy and the powers that you're exerting and putting towards helping someone, you're doing it from an altruistic and or if you don't really want to do it, but you have to do it, helping someone that you don't really want, but it's like paying a karmic debt, because the 12th house is the house of past karma. So when it gets triggered by 2 very active planets, we might need to be active and pay back someone through helping them, through doing something, physically exerting for them, for putting some of our energies there. Of course, it's best not to be enabling someone, but a lot of you might feel called almost to help those in need, or to do some work out of altruism and compassion, basically. And research also, you can be very active in studying something mystical, mystery, or exploring your soul, working with a psychologist, 12th house rules, psychologists, spiritual guides as well, psychic readings, if you work as a spiritual healer, a psychic reader, or if you work as someone in astrology or whatever, working with the soul of other people close, very active, busy month with a lot of breakthroughs as well. But otherwise, generally, Scorpios can feel a little bit less, active physically outside, while the activity is happening more behind closed doors, privately. And 12th house is also secret enemies, they say. So don't get involved in gossip and stuff. You can notice that there may be some undercurrents of someone behind your back trying to actively visiting themselves and doing something. Your best remedy for secret enemies is that you don't do this to others, that you don't get into secret actions behind someone's back that can harm them, that you don't get into gossipy and harmful activities. This is what will protect you from secret enemies as well. But you can notice that someone is, some of you in extreme cases might notice that something there is happening behind the scenes, and it can involve some kind of gossip and hearsay, because Mars and the Sun are making squares to Saturn in the third house of communication for you Scorpios. Communication is what says who, and you can notice that there is some undercurrents. The 12th house is hidden, something secret. Communications are happening there behind the scenes. And that can create some tensions. Who said who did what, and especially with teammates or workmates or relatives, because the third house rules all those. And you can kind of feel some tension there. But the ultimate goal of that, because Saturn and Mars are in mutual reception, is not going to harm you too much. It wants to bring some positive results due to that. Maybe to correct certain actions, So there you go. And then you have two beautiful planets in your sign. So it's not only those 12 house activities, you're like a secret mole hiding from the sunlight, being alone, doing your private affairs alone. No, Venus and Mercury will really help you this month. They're in your sign. So they're very pleasant planets. Venus makes you feel more enjoyable, more beautiful. Often when Venus transits your sign, by the end of the month, you look more attractive, your skin can look better, your hair, you can do some beauty procedures that make you more attractive, definitely with your hair, with your face, with whatever, with makeup. Venus can bring pleasant experiences, good food, good sensual of the five senses, attractive people around you. It can make you more agreeable. It can make you more, you can say the right things, that more diplomatic as well. So you become more likable, and actually you're more the Scorpio thing that is known by to be like, sometimes to kind of cut people off. This is Mars and the Sun that it can work through. It's in your 12th house. So you kind of more vicious behavior is hidden from public view. They're kept kind of more in the subconscious, while your really nice face is shown this month to the world, Venus and Mercury. You're more intelligent, you feel more witty, you feel more communicative. Mercury can bring you more business developments of some sort, more communication, information matters. For business is very good, anything to do writing, planning, organizing. Mercury is fantastic with that. It will go well. Venus, anything to do with beauty, with art, with fashion, with pleasures, with entertainment. It goes fantastic as well. Often when Venus and Mercury pass through one sign, this is when good social activities happen. Both are very social planets in your sign. If you can go to social activities to make connections, if you have to present something, you have very good words to use, very eloquent language. Mercury is language, Venus is beauty and harmony in it. You can present things in a beautiful way to others, and others find you likable, agreeable. They don't feel you as, they're too much or too intense. But love can also come to you with Venus. Venus is passing, it's visible. It's passing through your sign. Venus rules your 7th house, you see. When you're Scorpio, Venus rules Taurus. So the ruler of relationships is coming to you. So relationships, agreements of some sort can be happening. They're happening good, in a positive, smooth way. Venus only receives good aspects, basically. So it means that for some of you, a love relationship can appear. Or if you have a relationship, your partner can be closer. You can feel them closer to you. Or someone can try and reach out to you. Someone others, because it's Venus, the rule of the seventh comes to your first house. Others reach out to you and offer something or connect with you in some way, with good communication. If there have been some problems in relationship, I think you can work them out through good communication. Mercury is also business, so Venus, the ruler of the seventh, of clients with Mercury business, this can go well. You can make new contracts if you'd like, new agreements, that should go well. So very good for all such things. Very good for travels, Mercury short trips, business trips or personal or pleasure trips, Venus. And so you see, very nice stuff happening. Jupiter is in your second house, continues to move forward. There is one more month, only October and November, sorry, 2 more months of Jupiter in your second house, after which it moves and it won't be there for 2 years. So it's opportunities for financial increase of some sort. It is moving direct, so go for those things. Maybe to see the results of efforts and increased income that comes to you, or maybe it has come already, but Jupiter is moving direct. If nothing has come as an income, maybe now as an idea will come to you. So yes, all those good things for you. And by the way, you feel really yourself from the end of November, from the end of October, sorry. The last week of October, you start feeling more like strength. Till then, use more diplomacy, do more things that you're enjoying, the Venusian things, maybe even holiday with the planets in the 12th house, so pleasant things, more social activities, socializing Mercury and Venus, or working on Venus projects, beauty, art, whatever, especially if they have to do behind the scenes, preparing something. And then from the beginning of November, Mars becomes visible, the sun enters your sign, and especially the last week of October, you can start feeling it then. And you are going to feel more and more strength and motivation and ability to make things happen. And please join us in October, me and Natalia, a 2-day webinar on love and sex. She'll give you 6 practical advices for the 12 signs. I'll give you the love tips, what it is that the signs like. You don't need to know any astrology, but I'll give you a bit more complex astrological explanations as well to understand the love languages of everyone. Thank you. Or just join us in Bali live, 6 or 7 places more left, on a retreat of a lifetime. Very intense, very deep. I'll be looking personally with your horoscopes, giving you remedies, telling you where you have to go, what direction in your life, because I don't no longer do personal horoscopes. So that's more personal horoscope. That's a 4-day horoscopes just for you. And Natalia works to you with transformational therapy. Thank you. Enjoy October.